Hello, students and viewers. Today's topic is dyslexia, an important topic of teaching literacy, be it honors elementary. Let's start. First, have a look at the definition of dyslexia. According to Mayo Clinic, dyslexia is a learning disorder that involves difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters and words, also called a reading disability. Dyslexia is a result of individual differences in areas of the brain that process language. So we can say that the dyslexia is a common learning disorder which affects person's ability to read, write, spell, and decode words. These kind of people often face speech sounds and decoding problems. Dyslexia is by birth learning problem, but these learning problems are first identified usually at school when a child starts to read. Dyslexia occurs almost every part of the world and it does not belong to a specific region or country. The main problems of dyslexia is that part of the brain responsible for language processing. Unfortunately, dyslexia is a lifelong condition and lasts till end, but early diagnosis can improve it a bit. But important things to remember is the people with dyslexia have normal vision and intelligence and behave like a normal people. Now the question is, what are the symptoms of dyslexia? We can classify these symptoms into two phases. Number one is the symptoms before enter the schools, and the second one, the symptoms after entered the school. Before school, signs that a young child may be at risk of dyslexia include late talking, learning new words slowly, problems forming words correctly, such as reversing sounds in words or confusing words that sound alike, problems remembering or naming letters, numbers, and colors, difficulty learning nursery rhymes or playing rhyming games. But once child entered in the school, dyslexia symptoms may become more apparent, including reading well below the expected level for age, problems processing and understanding what is heard, difficulty finding the right word or forming answers to questions, problem remembering the sequence of things, difficulty seeing, similarities and differences in letters and words, inability to sound out the pronunciation of an unfamiliar word, difficulty spelling, spending an unusually long time completing tasks that involve reading or writing, avoiding activities that involves reading. Now let's talk about types of dyslexia. We can describe dyslexia into four basic types, such as phonological dyslexia, surface or visual dyslexia, rapid automatic naming dyslexia, and double deficit dyslexia. Now let's try to explain these types one by one. Phonological dyslexia refers to the difficulty with phonemic awareness, which is the ability to recognize individual letter sounds in a word and then blend those sounds into a word. Surface dyslexia. Surface dyslexia is sometimes referred to as visual dyslexia because individuals with this condition have difficulty recognizing words by sight. Now, the rapid automatic naming dyslexia take longer for the person's brain to process the information, which may lead to slower reading times. The double deficit dyslexia. The two types that frequently appear together are phonological dyslexia and rapid naming deficit dyslexia. When a person has both of these, it's often referred to as double deficit dyslexia. Now it's time to discuss the main reason, the main cause of this learning disorder? And the answer is the genetic problem. Dyslexia can be genetic, and research has suggested that a number of inherited genes may predispose someone to develop this brain disorder. Traumatic brain injury. While dyslexia is usually a condition people are born with, it can sometimes result from a traumatic brain injury. Students, the most important questions come into the mind: that how to cure dyslexia. Can you be cured of dyslexia? And will it ever go away? The answer is no. Unfortunately, there is currently no cure for dyslexia, says by Dr. Freeman. It does not go away once you become an adult. However, she adds, there are many educational and intervention techniques that can be helpful. We have an important approach to deal with dyslexia. The most commonly used and research supported intervention is Orton Gillingham, which teach phonics. You can easily deal with the students' deficiencies, disorders by using this approach. This is a complete dyslexia control program. This is a complete multi-sensory approach in which children use sight, touch, and sounds to make connection between words and their sounds. It's time to say thank you very much for watching this video. Before going, don't forget like, subscribe and press the bell icon so that you could receive all upcoming videos. See you again in next video.